Welcome to this tutorial series where we'll be building a modern note-taking app using React and Firebase. By the end of this series, you'll have a fully functional app that allows you to create, manage and store your notes online. Now let's break down the series into episodes so you know exactly what's coming up. These 4 episodes are divided up in a project overview, the login and sign up page along with the Firebase authentication, storing notes to Firebase and displaying them on the main page, and finally creating the notebook input interface and handling input inside a notebook. First, let's talk about what Firebase is and why we're going to use it in this project. Firebase is a comprehensive app development platform built by Google. It provides a variety of tools and services to help you build high-quality apps, including real-time databases, authentication, analytics, so you don't need to burden your setup with all that functionality. In our note-taking app, we'll be using Firebase authentication to handle user logins, and firestore, a flexible, scalable database to store our notes and notebooks. Some components that make this possible are user authentication for secure login and sign-up, the ability to create notebooks, adding, editing, and deleting notes within each notebook, while it updates and stores into Firebase in real time. To get started, we need to create a new React project. Open your terminal and run the following command to set up a new React app using create React app. Once the setup is complete, navigate to the project directory. Let's open this project in our code editor. We'll be using Firebase for our backend, so let's install the Firebase package along with the React router for navigation. With the dependencies installed, let's set up Firebase. Go to the Firebase console at console.firebase.google.com and create a new project. Give it a name and follow the steps to complete the setup. Once your project is created, we need to add a new web app to the Firebase project. Give your app a nickname and register it. Firebase will provide you with a configuration object. Copy this and let's go back to our code editor. Inside our React project, create a new file called firebaseconfig.ts. Close your terminal and open a new one inside VS Code. Run npm start to start your local development server. Paste the Firebase configuration here. Next, we're going to need to import the necessary Firebase functions to initialize our app. Now, let's initialize Firebase with the configuration object. Just below the configuration object, add the following code. Next, we need to initialize Firestore and Firebase authentication. Add the following code right below the Firebase init. This code sets up Firestore as our database and initializes Firebase authentication for handling user accounts. Finally, we export DB and auth so we can use them throughout the project. Add this export statement at the bottom of the file. Now that we set up Firebase, Firestore and authentication, we're ready to start building the authentication components and start working with Firestore. In the next video, we'll create login sign-in forms and connect them to Firebase authentication.